Sup, bitches? Welcome back to the Jimmy. Welcome back to the Jam. Welcome back to the Jimmy Jam. Welcome back to 2.5 Heels. I go by Uncle Black. I'm here. Hey, guys. And Bree, she's over there.
Hey.
And we got Ali over there.
What it do?
Yeah, a lot to talk about. Listen, before we came on, Bree came in popping shit talking about football. I was gonna be on my best behavior because I have sulked already. I've already been sad. People have already tried to address me in public about it because we know how obnoxious of an Eagle fan I can be. So, again, I'm just tired of talking about it. It happened. Let's just move on. Go Seahawks.
Go
Rams.
Fuck
The
them.
Rams are taking it. I'm sorry.
Listen, it's the perfect storyline. It was set up for the lighter hue, if you know what I mean. It's perfect. Matthew Stafford, 40 whatever. Well, how old
I
is
need Matthew
40?
Stafford to get this ring, and then that's the perfect way
You
to
know,
end.
Matthew
end
Stafford,
that.
you
That's
got-
the
you got-
perfect way to go out.
Yeah, it's the best way. It's the perfect way. He wins this championship, he retires as a champion. And
Yep.
it's tailor-made for him to win it because I don't trust the Patriots or the Broncos on either side.
Fuck the
in AFC.
Patriots. As a Ravens fan, fuck the Patriots.
Yeah,
No.
of course. Of course,
No.
but man, have you seen the coaches been getting fired? Coaches been losing their jobs. Like,
I was
Listen.
not expecting
All of
Sean McDermott to get fired.
I did. You know why?
I
Because
did
this
not
was
see
this was the prime season for the Buffalo Bills, and the reason why you
Yep.
saw Josh Allen cry at the end of the post game preference is because you're not going to find an easier road to get to the Super Bowl. Josh
That is
Allen was
true.
the most experienced. He was the most proven of all the quarterbacks on that side. You're talking about Drake May. You're talking about C.J. Stroud, Justin Herbert. Bo Nix just broke his foot on this last game, and he's out for the rest of the playoffs. They got a whole water boy type situation going over there in Denver with the
Basically.
quarterback. So, Josh Allen, you're that dude. You're that guy. You won the MVP last year. I'm talking about the NFL MVP. You know,
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl MVP last year. But you won the MVP.
No
You're the
birds.
poster boy. And again, I repeat, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes.
No Phillip Rivers.
No. I'm just talking about of his elk that he's been competing and battling with for like the last 7, 8, 9 years. These are the guys. These are the guys who've knocked him out essentially, and you finally got a clear road to the Super Bowl. You got the team, the defense, but you had the offense, and it's like, dude, you know, you had 4 turnovers in that game. Regardless of the calls being what the calls were, I know there was some shit. There was some janky calls, but janky calls happen in every game. But nah, yeah, he got his coach fired. That's why he was crying. He got his coach fired for sure.
Yeah.
You know, they can talk bad about
I'm
the
just-
Eagles. Like y'all can rank
I
on the
just
Eagles,
need-
but at least Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl.
What I need to see is Josh Allen getting the same level of criticism that they have been giving Lamar all season. Because Lamar has been getting all of the hate, all of the criticism on a national level from everybody. And Josh Allen's been getting nothing. And it's like, Josh Allen has been doing this for years. This is not the first season he's played like this. How many times have the Bills gotten close but not really been able to get over that hump?
You just
Like-
said the key word, the Bills. People in the NFL want to see a what do you call it? A love
underdog.
story, right? Like a love
Yeah.
story. Buffalo Bills back in the 90s when we were all walking in diapers, probably you wasn't even thought of, Bree, at that
Nope.
time. So was Black. You know, me probably just hitting adolescence. Bottom line is, they went to the Super Bowl 4 straight years. They never won the Super Bowl in that era. First of all, I think it's a great accomplishment to even get to the Super Bowl, and you did it 4 straight years, like consecutively. Like Roman Reigns holding on to his undisputed title, just 4 years, no breaks. But every time you got there, you lost. So people want to see like, okay, for me and Marte, it's like the Eagles. We were like that way back in the day. You know, so close, yet so far away. Then when we won our first championship, it kind of took that away off. It kind of took that stink off of us. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're a champion, so now you know what it feels like to win. Then they won another one, so it's like, all right, now we're greedy. We done won 2, now we're greedy. You know, we're starting to feel it. Like Baltimore, seriously, Baltimore has 2 championships under their mantle.
Yeah,
You know, so when you win 1, you're like awesome. When you win 2, you're like, ooh, we can go for 3. So that's where we are. Buffalo has none.
yeah.
So for them and for their fan base and for the NFL picks and chooses who they want to be their guiding lights and that's why I'm saying right now the Rams, they have the perfect love story right now. They really do. Matthew Stafford could win the NFL MVP. He could be the Super Bowl MVP. He could win another championship, and then he could retire into the sunset and be a surefire Hall of Famer. I mean, that's the perfect love story.
Perfect ending.
I will say this: rather it is Rams or Seahawks, one of those 2 teams are winning the championship. So you can book that. You can book that. I'm always going to be pro NFC because I'm the Eagles. I never pick the AFC. I always pick the NFC. So go NFC. You know what I mean? But that's my 2 cents on football. Let's get to the real meat and potatoes. This is what we really are here for.
Yeah.
What we really here for, you know.
All right. Okay.
Go Birds!
All right.
Let's get
Go Birds! All right.
Let's get this show on the road. Have we done? We've done the introductions, right? We've done that.
No, brother.
But we haven't done the most important thing yet, but it's coming.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes.
Bree, if you will.
I feel like I have a slight addition to the TED Talk this week. So
In addition, okay.
yes. So fuck CM Punk as usual. But I'm just gonna throw this one in here, even though I agree with what she did Monday. Fuck Natalia.
I'm so lost. I am so lost. Now before you tell me about this, before you tell me about this, what I know of Natalia is that she doesn't wrestle and that she trains Maxine Dupree. Now Maxine Dupree has a little bit of a edge to her now, right? She won the Intercontinental title, but she lost it back. You know, Becky is Becky. But apparently Maxine Dupree is kind of on that like trajectory of saying, you know, I done got a taste of the championship. You know, Natalia done trained me. I got a little edge. You know, I got me a little ankle lock finishing maneuver, you know. She getting her little Jackie swags on, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. But Maxine, calm your horses. You're not on that level. I'm sorry. I love the improvement, but she is not even tier 3 on the women's level right now. Like to get to where you need to be, you need to be tier 1, tier 2. When we talking tier 1, tier 2, we're talking Rhea, Io, Asuka, Jade, Naomi, Stephanie. They are the tier 1s right now. Like they're top. They're top level. I might be mistaken. I might be missing somebody. Y'all can help me out, but I think I'm correct. Then you go tier 2. When you go tier 2, well, I'm sorry, Liv Morgan. Liv's got to be tier 1. She has to be tier 1. I know I was forgetting somebody, but Liv Morgan. After that, tier 2, then you go Roxy. You go what's her name, Raquel. Then you go Kyrie. You start going. You know, y'all have y'all tier 1, tier 2. That's how I look at it. Maxine is tier 3. You know, she's tier 3. She's not even on that level. So I get it. It's all good and well, but help me out with the Natalia thing. I don't know. Is she the female Big Show with heel turns? Is that what it is?
No, I mean, listen. For me, And I feel like if long-time viewers of the program know that you ain't finna say a damn thing, I will flip this whole fucking set. I will rip this screen down about some Natalia,
What are
about
you
some
talking about?
Natty. Okay, so for me, right, just the fact that we didn't do any build. We didn't have any, some unnecessarily, lingering backstage segments. Like, why is Natty back on TV all of a sudden? Just out of fucking nowhere, she's here and it's just like, you got this. You have to win. At that
You know
point, I knew the
why?
right was on the wall. But
But do you know why?
I,
Because she's the
I
title
will
leader
not,
of women's wrestling.
I will not tolerate no questions and no disrespect about Nin, okay? Because if there is anybody who can get the job done as far as getting somebody to fuck over, it's somebody who spends all her free time or whatever free time she has available teaching motherfuckers how to get over. Okay? You can bid
Look,
all you want, you can joke all you want, you can play all you want. But you need to put the respect on Natty's name, okay?
what has she
Natty
done in
gets
the
the
last
shit done.
5 years?
That's not
What
the
is her
point,
biggest
okay?
accomplishment
Just look at what she
in the
has
last
done.
5 years?
Natty
Listen, I
needs to go.
understand.
What Natty can do, what Natty can do that would make me so happy. Hang up the boots, continue working at the dungeon with TJ, and become a world ambassador like Titus O'Neil. We don't need to see her in front of the camera no
You know
more.
what I'm saying? Like, come on. She's
Like,
done.
I don't
Look,
need it no more.
look, she cooked. It's over. I
She's
mean,
not.
she's overcooked.
Listen
It's
again.
over. What
Wait
did I just
until
say?
just
What
wait
did
on
I
it.
just
Wait on it
black?
because again,
Black. What did I
with this
just
natty
say?
presentation. Let me finish with this natty presentation. Hopefully, if they go full throttle with it and they let her do the natty that you've seen at Bloodsport, and you see it on the independent scene. And if I said this jokingly, but I'm like, maybe in real life this should be the gimmick. Where remember what Bob Holly said in circa 2004. Give me the belt and let me beat everybody. If we do that with Natty, at this point here, she's already submitted as one of the goats as far as female
Black.
wrestling is
Do
concerned.
you
Really
understand?
under the radar as a
Black, I'm
female
so
goat.
happy. I'm so appreciative of what you just said when you compared her to Bob Hardcore Holly. I thank you. You just
I didn't
proved
compare her to Bob
our
Holly.
point. There is a
Yeah.
reason. There is a reason why Bob Holly never won the big belt. There's a reason.
Well, yeah,
There's a silver
Bob Holly
lining.
sucks though.
And the reason why,
And so does Natty.
because fuck
No, she
Bob Harley.
doesn't.
And
Natty
he
doesn't
don't
suck.
draw. Natty doesn't draw money. She don't
No.
bring money in. If it's one thing about pro wrestling, from Vince McMahon to Vince McMahon's daddy to his daddy before him, you got to be able to draw. Does not matter if you're the best professional wrestler. You got to be able to put asses in seats, put butts in seats, right? Do you wake up being like, yo, I just want to tune in to Raw to see Natty Neidhart going out
He
there and
does.
just do her thing?
I mean, if
He
I know she
absolutely
on the
does.
show, then yeah, I'm gonna tap in. It's Natty.
Listen, she's old. She's from the total Divas bygone era. Like, look,
Not
I'm
even,
sorry,
she was
Nikki
before
Bella. Can
that.
I give Nikki Bella some credit for her looking more sprightly in her older age? But even Nikki,
Man, that's
look,
Cooper fault.
these women of today, man,
Cooper
I ain't
keeping that
even
one
mentioned the
young.
women
Sorry.
that are in NXT and TNA. Like, there's a different type of breed with these women athletes on both wrestling shows, both AEW and WWE. Look, weed out the old. It's like the animals in the Serengeti. If you ever watch those documentaries, don't matter if you led the pack at one time. There's always another young buck right there to say, move your old ass up on out of here. Tip on out. So, Natty, make your special Rumble appearance in Saudi, last for about 5 minutes, and get your ass thrown out by either Raquel Rodriguez or Rhea Ripley or
It's probably going to be Maxine.
One of those, or
that
maybe
tosses her
Maxine
out.
just for
Yeah,
the pop value, just for the shock
yeah.
value of, I can't believe Maxine did it. No, listen, years ago Beth Phoenix was doing it, and they're like sisters, so
Hmm.
it doesn't work.
Yo,
It don't hit the
this
same. It won't
is
It
hit the same.
would, but I'm a play devil's advocate here. Okay, I am going to play devil's advocate. She did turn on Maxine, so
But
that
did
would
she really?
it
But
would
did she really turn on Maxine? Did she really?
yes,
yes.
Uh,
yes.
who?
She
Who?
put her foot. Oh,
Listen.
she
Hold
put.
on.
Listen,
Time out.
listen,
Time out.
listen,
Who is
listen.
teaching you how to be the wrestler that you are? Where is the gratitude? Where is the thanks? You know, the
She
first
gave
thing
her
Maxine
that.
should have did was
Maxine
the
gave
first
her
thing
that.
Maxine should have did was when she won the belt, she should have said, "Come on out here, Natty. You've been my. I'm your Rocky. You're my Mickey. You're gonna
But to
stand right
play
by here.
devil's
You're gonna
advocate, how do
celebrate
we know
this."
that Natty didn't say, "Go ahead, this is your moment," just to use that to then turn around and turn on her? Like Natty really like got in that ring and whooped her ass. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Natty got in that ring after she gave
Listen,
Becky that win
the
and
teacher is
whooped her
just
ass.
telling the student that I taught you some things, but I didn't teach you all of my tricks. So, okay, you need to show me some things. I've taught you well, but now it's time for you to teach me something.
Oh, and
So,
Maxine will show her. That's the whole point of this feud. They need to do something fresh. She's been fighting Becky for the past, what, 6 months? They need something fresh
that's
to keep
that's an
her over
issue.
with the crowd.
That's
So
an
that's why
issue.
they had
You
Natty
know
turn.
what? But you know what? I can't get mad at that because a lot of the injuries have detoured a lot of their storyline booking. Look, obviously, Naomi was primed to rip and run and still continue to run. If Big Jim didn't go on ahead and play that game, of saying, listen, it's time for you to settle down and give me some little ones, give me some little jitterbugs. But her getting injured really detoured and changed a lot because a lot of those storylines were woven around Naomi. Even before she got the title and she got the money in the bank, all of those women were woven around her. And when she won the belt, it was like the start of it. She never got a chance to take it and run, basically. So
Yeah.
that messed everything up. Like I said, a lot of injuries, man. A lot of stars going in and out, and that's prompt. That's part of the course when you are in the professional wrestling industry in that business. They say it's sports entertainment, but those bumps and those hits, those hurt. Those accumulation of injuries catch up. I.e., Seth Rollins. Look at all the storylines that were woven around Seth Rollins and the Vision. Now, what I like what they're doing with the Vision now is I can't really say there's one leader. I mean, Paul Heyman is the leader, right? He's the
I wouldn't even say
head.
leader. Paul Heyman is the
But they don't
mastermind.
have a guy. See, so Seth Rollins was the guy. It was like
Yeah.
Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. They kind of had that little thing going on. But when Seth got hurt and then Braun Breaker took him out, you would have thought Braun would have been the guy. Now I know they got Austin Theory. I don't like Austin Theory being a heel. I think he needs to be a face. He needs to be a shit. I'm gonna go old school. He needs to be a baby face, not just a face. He needs to be. I don't want to say damn near Cody Rhodes, but he needs to be that type, a white meat baby face. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't fit the mold of a heel. You know what I'm saying? Like his personality, his mannerisms. They've tried the A-Town down. They tried it. They tried it with him and Waller. They had a run for a little bit. Kind of remind me a little bit of was it Breeze Dongo? Remember when they used to do the
Breezango. Yeah.
those
Tyler Breeze
skits?
and Fandango. Yeah. The
They used to
Fashion
do those
Police
files
and
like
all of
the
that.
X Files
Yeah.
stuff. And Vince McMahon, who has no fucking imagination, couldn't see the vision. Right there in your face, you're seeing it. But Austin Theory's he's not made to be a heel. But nonetheless, he's a heel. So whatever. I still think Braun is the guy, but they're not outright calling him the leader. You know what I mean? It's kind of like they're saying, we want to see you ascend to power. Like we don't want to anoint you. We want to actually see you take it. You know what I mean? Like snatch it and say, this is I'm the head honcho. I'm the guy. You know, rather he wins the belt at the Royal Rumble or he wins the Royal Rumble. I have him as one of the guys to win the Royal Rumble. I think Braun Breaker's going to win the Royal Rumble. Early predictions, but I'm putting it out there as Braun Breaker being one of the final four. Basically, he's going to be one of the last four guys in that ring. When it's all said and done, I would be shocked if Braun Breaker is not one of those guys. And if he's not, whoever's writing behind the walls, someone needs to drug test them because, like I said, we're in prime season now, and when you're looking for top contenders, we know Cody Rhodes is going to be in the Royal Rumble. We know Jacob Fatu is going to be in the Royal Rumble. You know, this is probably going to be one of the better star-studded Royal Rumbles as far as guys coming in. Obafemi's going to be in the Royal Rumble. You know, the guys are going to be in this match, and I feel like Braun's going to be one of those top guys. Expect him to get maybe 6 eliminations. Maybe Cody Rhodes might be one of those eliminations. You know, another spoiler. Oh shit! How I forget about Roman Reigns? I think Roman Reigns is in the Royal Rumble. So that's what I'm saying. This is a heavy hitter, star-studded Royal Rumble, and I'm very anxious to see how they write this. You know what I mean? You can early predict, but I want to see how they do it. You know, most Royal Rumbles, you can kind of see it. You're just kind of waiting for it. You're watching the storyline. They might surprise you, be like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming," or "Oh, wow, I didn't see that twist going." But this one, yeah, I think this is. I don't want to say it's a no-brainer, but Braun has to be one of the guys. Is Gunther one of the guys in the Rumble? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think so. Is he?
Orton,
Because I thought
early prediction right now. This tournament that's going on SmackDown, Orton's going to win it. So Orton's going to fight Drew McIntyre. We're going to write that off. We're going to put that as the match of the Royal Rumble. Drew's first title defense is going to be Randy Orton, and I think that's a good setup. I think that's a good matchup. I think they're going to put on a hell of a match. You know, do I see Orton winning the belt? I don't think so, but I think this will lead into his character arc. Orton's kind of a face, but he's tweening towards being a heel because he's kind of getting to that point where he's he knows he's Randy Orton, and he's trying to win. I believe it's his 15th or 16th World Championship. He's made his intentions known. He's made it known. So
that
you can kind of see Orton. You can kind of see Orton going on that Drew McIntyre trajectory. Okay, so Drew was going on that trajectory, I want to say, was it 2 years ago? The Drew story arc has always gone up. If you follow it from last year, even to WrestleMania 40, when he won the belt and CM Punk screwed him out, and then, Damian Priest came out and cashed it in. Drew has not really fallen off. He's taken some bumps, but he's finally gotten the championship. I feel like it's long overdue. He should have had a run with that world title when he won it at Mania in 40 in Philly, but he got the belt now. Let him hold on to the belt for a couple months. Hell, let him hold it till Mania season. Why not? Let him hold it till Mania and then find a worthy, challenger that you could say legitimately he's going to dethrone Drew McIntyre. But another person that you need to watch out for a heel turn that could possibly come in, not for a long time, but maybe tweening. I can kind of see Cody Rhodes going down that road too. I can kind of see Cody leaning towards his dark side. You know what I mean? I could kind of see that because they're setting him up with Roman Reigns. Who's the face, who's the heel in this? Or who are you cheering for, or who are you booing for? You know what I mean? You got to pick a side on this one. It'll be their third match.
Yeah,
right?
This will be number 3.
It'll be number 3. Doesn't have to have a title. Don't need to have a title.
Honestly, no.
Remember the Austin Rock trilogy from back in the day? They had their first match at 15, WrestleMania 15. Austin won. Then they had it at 17 in the Houston Astrodome. That's when Austin won again. When they fought in Seattle, it wasn't about a title. For The Rock, he knew then, even when he was Hollywood heel Rock then, he said, yo, don't care about the belt. He said, the one thing I never done was beat you at WrestleMania. That was all he cared about. He said, I need my win, not only just to beat you, but I need to beat you at WrestleMania. Fuck a belt. It's personal. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the Roman Cody arc. Roman won the
But the
first
thing is,
one.
Roman won one, Cody won one, so they're
Ro-
tied.
they're tied. There's a rubber match.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta outright win this next match. Someone
Yep.
has to win it. And then and if you're picking a side, whose side are you lead? Who you're aligning with in this one? You know, take your fandom out of it. If you had to look equal to equal, they're like mini demigods. So you got to pick a demigod in this match. Which one are you leaning against? Or who you're leaning with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the question. That's the question you have to ask yourself. These are two guys you don't want to see them lose, but somebody has to lose. So who are you picking to lose?
Personally, I'm picking Cody. But I feel like if they turn him heel, I don't know. I feel like that's one that could go either way. I don't really have a pick for that. But what I will say, as far as Gunther in the Royal Rumble, it's not happening because I
No.
truly think they're going for this Gunther versus AJ match at Royal Rumble.
Gunther
I
is he's the
definitely think that AJ wants to close out his career in TNA. I
AJ
get
said he
that
was going to
feeling.
retire this year. He didn't put a
Right.
timeline, but he did say he was retiring this year. So
Right.
maybe this could be the final match. Because honestly, I don't see him making it the Mania, AJ Styles, and not because of the wrestler who he is. I mean, he's one of the all time greats, like I said before. When you rank him up against the great wrestlers of all time, I mean, there's too many that you could put on a Mount Rushmore, but someone that you have to give him his flowers. He's carved a niche in that mountain, a little nook. AJ Styles for sure, because of the road he took to make it to success. He didn't take shortcuts. He actually took the long path to make it. Like we always give Cody Rhodes all the praise because hey, he went into the Indies and he did what he did, and then he went to New Japan and he did the Bullet Club, and then he partnered up with with Bullet Club Gold and then AEW and all that stuff. But Cody was already in the big leagues. You know what I mean? He made it to the big leagues because of Dusty and him. His legacy made him to the big leagues. He had to leave and he had to come back. AJ started from the bottom and he literally went up. And wherever he went, he always got better. I mean, essentially, he is the original. Well, no, Balor's the original leader. He's essentially the forefather of the Bullet Club. Then Styles became the second leader. He took over after Balor. But bottom line is, I say that to say Gunther is he's like the ultimate final boss. Like he's literally the final boss. If you fight Gunther, you're not only losing the match, but you're losing something. Rather it be your career, rather it be your reputation, rather it be your ego. Gunther right now doesn't need a title to validate who he is. He's one of those guys where he can just walk. He can walk in the room and look at CM Punk. He can look at Drew McIntyre and say, yeah, I could beat y'all one-on-one. I don't need interference. I don't need shady whatever. One-on-one straight up, mano-a-mano. Gunther can beat all those guys, So Styles will retire after this match, I believe. I'm thinking that's probably the move,
I don't think it's gonna be.
because and
I
also
don't think
because the
him
storyline
and
dictates to it. Because
I really
because also
don't
Gunther
think
used to.
that he's gonna fully retire after this. I just think it would be his last match, like in WWE, and then he'll go over to TNA and do some stuff because he's already been popping up over there this year too. So I think that this is just gonna be how they kind of like write him off of like the main core WWE shows and let him go over to TNA and have a final run over there before he really like wants to be done.
So
Yeah, I
have you
definitely.
guys
I
have any of y'all seen that TNA show on AMC? Have y'all seen that debut?
No, I didn't.
no.
I'm glad you didn't because as a connoisseur of all the wrestlers here, I gotta say, like, out of all the wrestling that's available for me to watch, right? that episode wasn't hitting on shit. And the funny thing about that episode is AJ Styles was the first person to come out on that show to
Damn.
get the crowd all hype and riled up. But, you know, the original setup for that show was supposed to be a lot of good matches, but, you know, paperwork and visa issues became a thing. So a lot of that show didn't take place. And what we got, be honest, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Perez Hilton was doing in the ring at any given time on this show. So at this point, I was lost there. And, you know, a lot of shit just fell flat. Like, I looked at the viewership numbers, it was only like 92,000 people. This is the world. This is AMC. Everybody got AMC. And you only got 92,000 eyeballs on that show for that night. So I'm sure, I don't think.
Listen, the market for wrestling in general, and I mentioned this on the first show. I said the boom period. Look, we remember I remember. Jesus, I remember so many different eras. So I remember the big boom period in the 80s. I remember when Vince came and took over the territories, and there's a deeper story on there. If you ever, I'm gonna put a little shameless plug up, but if you go to Cultaholic Wrestling, I think his name is Sam Driver. He's the new guy that does the documentaries. It used to be Adam Pacici, and it used to be Jack.
You're ready to say, hold on, brother. These niggas ain't paying us no money, cuz.
Right.
These niggas ain't cutting us no check, nigga. This our time, cuz. We don't give a fuck about them. No offense to what they doing. Shouts out to them and all that, but fuck them.
You know what? Cut that.
Cut it out. I don't get ready to say, brother. We only record twice a month. We need. We don't. Yes.
We need all this.
Well, I was going to say there's a good documentary on there. Then they break down the eras. They break down the Golden Age era. Then they break down the Attitude. Well, they're about to break down the Attitude era. Then we got this era. There's so much wrestling that's going on, man. It's not just in America, but you got to think about Mexico. You think about Japan. So you can't watch everything. I'm sorry. Sad to say, you can't watch it all. It's too much. It's too much. So when you was mentioning about TNA, I mean, what day do they come on? Like, when do they air daily?
I think Thursdays. Thursday nights on AMC. Thursday night Impact. Mm-hmm.
So Wednesdays is AEW. You got Monday.
There's literally wrestling every day.
That's what I'm saying. It's too much. It's too much. How can you watch it? Even if you sat
one show at a time. Day,
it's too much.
Well, listen.
Doesn't AEW have a show on Tuesdays too, though?
No, AEW.
When does NXT come on? When does
NXT comes on Tuesdays. You got AEW Dynamite on Wednesday. You got Collision on Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. There's something on every day.
They got something on Saturday too. Oh, that's
on
Then isn't there a main event this weekend? Yeah, there's a main event on Saturday. So main event and Collision are gonna be battling it out this weekend, right?
You talking about Saturday night's main event?
Yeah, I think there's one this
you
weekend.
know what? What's all the matches on that one? We could talk about that one. We could
let me pull it up.
We could switch gears real quick.
Well, I'm going to the phone.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up
because I
already got it.
I'm not even going to sit here and try to figure out.
It's cool. I already got it. We already have it.
I'm gonna find it anyway.
So let's get into the first match I got here. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu.
What type of match is it?
It's just a straight up one-on-one grudge match.
I ain't gonna lie. I could go either way with this one. I feel like if they're gonna do this Cody heel turn, Jacob needs to win.
You want
because I feel like they still gotta do more. He's gotta I need Cody to fully go crazy, go ape shit. I need so much to happen. He lost on a technicality, lost his belt on a technicality to Drew McIntyre because Jacob came back, and then Jacob wins the match. That's gonna add more fuel to the fire. And he's not even the number one contender right now for Drew McIntyre. He can't get that rematch right now. So I think Jacob's got to win.
Listen, I might have to
But
piggyback off
well, the
what you
question is,
said as far as Jacob winning because, as I always say, man, Jacob got them 50-11 kids. That boy needs the W side of the winner's purse.
He
So
been
I'm
he
always
been
going to
gone for a
pull.
minute.
Yes, I'm always going to pull for Jacob Fatu. As much as I love
Yeah.
Cody, he is our guy, QB1, all that
I
jazz.
don't
But
know.
let's
I
get
don't know how
Jacob
you.
the dub.
I don't know how you. I mean, so I was thinking about it both ways. Okay, so Jacob Fatu just came back, right? And
Mhm.
naturally, when you coming back off an injury and you're hot, you don't want to come back out losing, So I can see Fatu. I'm 51-49 Jacob Fatu with Cody. Because my thing is like, you said it's just a straight up match. Do you really think someone's going to win this match straight up? Like it's going to be a move that's going to win it? No.
Mm. Mm-mm.
There's going to be some type of shenanigans that's going to be going on. Where or what, I don't know. That's the question. I don't see Cody losing straight up. And I don't see Jacob Fatu losing straight up. Someone or something is going to involve themselves in this match. Again, I call it a hunch. But I'm leaning 51-49 Jacob Fatu. So that means that I would be picking Jacob Fatu to win this match, essentially. Because Cody is getting ready to enter the Royal Rumble. And a
Mhm.
loss here, while it does affect him, it doesn't it kind of bounces off his armor. You know what I mean? Like Cody's not out there losing to the Miz. You know what I mean? He's not out there losing to Carmelo Hayes. No offense,
Yeah,
no disrespect.
disrespectful
Right.
bastard. How dare you talk
Listen, I like
crazy
Carmelo Hayes.
about the current
Miz
United States champion
and
Okay,
Carmelo
and the
Hayes,
okay,
Miz?
a
and
two-time Grand Slam champion.
oh,
Hey yo, you know
okay.
you sound like your favorite wrestler is Buff Bagwell, brother. How dare you?
Nah, listen.
How
What's
dare
Like
you?
what?
what is the men's United States heavyweight title mean in the grand scope of everything? It's just a belt at this point.
Just the belt.
Everyone has had that
Wow.
belt. Solo's had it. Jacobs had it. Uh, come on, help me out. Who else had the
Yeah,
belt?
it's a stair step.
LA Knight. It's a belt. I
It's a
appreciate
stair
him.
step
I feel like
to
he
get
will
to
try
that
to
next
elevate the
level.
belt, but
It's a
again, we
mid
talk
card
about tiers.
title. Yes,
We
it's a
talk we
mid card title. But
we talk about the
it's the
tiers.
belt that you use. They give you that belt
I
when they
will.
see something in you that, like, you know what, maybe we could put a world title on you, but let's see what you do with this.
I appreciate it, and I'm again happy for him. He will elevate that title somewhat. It's up to them to help him not only
All they
elevate the
gotta
title
do
but
is
elevate
book
himself.
him versus Trick Williams for that belt at WrestleMania, and
That
that'll
will
do
be
it.
the match.
That'll do
That
it.
will be the match that will tell everything. I always say we're in Mania season. This is Mania season. Carmelo Hayes, like I said, I like him.
All right.
I feel like he's ascending. He will get there. He will get there. Pray to the heavens that they write him to be a worthy guy. You know what I mean? Sometimes those guys fall through the cracks, and it's not their fault, but it happens. You
Okay.
know.
Before we go too
What's the
far off
next
on
match?
that, the next
Yeah.
match on the show, women's tag team title match, we got Rio, that's Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defending against Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan of the Judgment Day. Thoughts, Bree?
It's too early for Rio to lose the belts. They literally just got them a couple weeks ago. And I feel like they need to hold the belts until Mania, at least. So I definitely have Rio winning. However, I do feel like this is just going to add more fuel to Liv and Roxanne potentially turning on Raquel in the Royal Rumble. Liv did call Roxanne her prodigy. So I just feel like that just adds another layer to Liv turning on Raquel. And she might be able to pull Roxanne in to do that with her, especially if they go after these belts again. Because I don't have Liv or Roxanne winning the Women's Royal Rumble. They're not. I don't even have them making it to like the final group. So
So
yeah.
this is what I just read. While you were speaking on that, I had to read real quick because, like I said, I've been out of the loop. So pretty much everything you said, Bree, was the nail on the head as far as what they're trying to paint this picture of. As you said, Liv Morgan's kind of, I don't want to say accepted Roxanne, but she's taken a liking to her. We can say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she will ever trust her because of the Dominic Mysterio factor, obviously. Two women vying for one man's attention. Even while he's hurt, he's still involved. You know what I mean? So, someone's turning on somebody. If Roxanne is taking the pin, which we all believe she will be taking the pin, you could see that heel turn happening Saturday night. You could see it happening. You could see the implosion of Judgment Day. You said it involved Raquel. It does involve Raquel. But honestly, at this point, Raquel is almost kind of like a lone wolf. I think Raquel could break off from both of them and be okay. She doesn't need either one of them at this point. She's been hanging around with both of them for so long. She's been the Diesel to their Shawn Michaels. At this point, Raquel, again, she's one of those big jacked up women. She's in that Jade Cargill territory, Rhea Ripley. These big women that they could manhandle you. Who's the other one? Lash Legend and Nia Jax. Like, if they want to take over, they want to throw you and manhandle or woman handle you, they can, and they would. So Raquel's been showing the last few weeks. She's been attacking Stephanie Verkeer. I think Stephanie Verkeer has a legit leg injury, which if she's going to wrestle her at the Royal Rumble, I think it's high time for her to drop the belt to Raquel. I think this is the time you pull the switch. If ever you're going to shot fire, pull it, do it now. Put the belt on Raquel and let her hold on to the belt for a couple months. You give Stephanie Verkeer time to rest. You get her a chance to recover. She'll be right in line to get that title at WrestleMania. She would be essentially the de facto number one contender because she was just a champ. So she doesn't go to the back of the line. She stays right where she's at, So Raquel could win this belt at the Royal Rumble if they pulled the trigger. And it would be a great move. And I would be happy for it. So, like I said, I don't think Raquel needs either Liv Morgan or Roxanne. They can break them up and let those women go after various championships however they want to go for it. You know what I mean? At this point. And Finn Balor, he's going to leave the Judgment Day, and we'll talk about that at another point, but we're talking about the main event. But, Io and, Rhea, they're not losing. They won't lose. They shall not lose. And like I said, Roxanne will take the pin. Doesn't matter who pins her. She's taking the fall. She's taking the pin. So.
All right, so I'll say in regards to this tag team match, yes, Rhea and them is going to retain because that's just the way things work. Because I want my long dream of Lash Legend and Nia Jax becoming tag team champions to come true.
No.
So if there's any way for that to come true,
no,
they have to beat
it's not
Rhea
happening.
Ripley and Io Sky. It has to go down that
not.
way.
It's not happening.
I'm just gonna keep throwing it out there in the universe until the universe talks back to me and I get my wish.
All of them. Listen, everyone gets a run with the titles, Bree.
It's not even. It has nothing to do with it being Rhea and Io. That's not even it. It's Nia. I need her gone. I can't stand her. I don't want her getting any kind of belt. Lash can get whatever she wants. That's fine. Find a new partner. Lash can be tag team champion. Everything. Everything. She's not good. She's not good.
She done lost weight. You know what I mean? She
barely.
Listen, before we turn this, before we start bashing Nia Jax, let's cease the bashing. I'm a fan.
Is she going to be part of the TED Talk? Wait, is she going to be part of the TED Talk? Are we?
If they get those belts, yeah. If they get those belts.
We're feeling some heat. We're feeling some Nia heat. Is Nia getting X-Pac heat? Do I feel the X-Pac heat coming from Bree?
Right.
Or Nia Jax?
Let's bring it back.
It's hot.
Okay. We
Put
got
her
one more
feet to the
match.
fire. I said, ooh, okay. I love it,
My
though. I
guess,
love
this
it.
is the main
I
event
like it.
on the show. It is a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for
Yeah.
the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight I-95 South Championship. It's going to be Randy Orton
Man.
taking on Trick Williams, taking on
Man.
Damian Priest, taking on Sami Zayn. Bree, who you
There's
got?
only one question that needs to be answered.
And I just asked it.
Who is taking the pinfall? That's the only
Damien.
question that needs to
But
be
It's
answered
gonna
with
be
this main
Damien.
event.
It's
Damien
gonna be
for
Damien.
sure. But Bree, who do you
Damien
think
is
is going to win?
absolutely taking the pin.
No, it's going to be
And
Sammy. It's going to be
now, because
Sammy.
it's in
And the
Montreal.
reason why, because this is going to go one of two ways. I already told you who I was picking earlier. I already said it.
Yeah.
Randy Orton. Orton's winning this match. We're picking Orton. But if you had to play red pill, blue pill with the Matrix.
No,
red
you
pill,
need to just pick
This
one and
is the
stand on
Matrix.
it.
This is WWE. You
that's
pick
why
Randy
we're here.
Orton.
We the
Move
other two.
on. We
It's
have picked
cool.
Randy
There's
Orton.
a story. There's
We
a
gotta
couple
move on.
storylines. There's a couple storylines that can be written on
I
this road.
get that.
Remember,
You
we're
picked
looking at the
Randy
bigger
Orton.
picture.
You
We're
already
looking
said
at the
Randy
bigger
Orton
picture.
got it. And Damien is
I
taking
mean, he
the pin.
does, but it's not always clear cut. Like I said, there's a wild card in this.
We're not
There
here
is
to
a wild
play
card.
creative. We're here to make our predictions. That's it.
It's not to play creative. You look. There's four wrestlers in this match. You mean to
Yeah,
tell me I
and-
have to
And
literally
we ain't
choose
gotta talk
one?
about all four
Like,
of them.
Yeah.
We
I'm
all
here to
have to
make
agree
my
to
pick.
choose one. We could play the laws of averages. Listen, you could pick a
right.
one. You got a 1A and then you got a 1B. There's four of these wrestlers in this match.
You
Now,
said
y'all already
your
said.
pick. I ain't said nothing.
I know. Bree, just it's okay. Bree, go ahead. Who do you think is going to win?
Randy Orton could potentially win. It's got to be him. Out of all the four, I feel like he has the best shot of getting the win. It makes sense. But I think that Sammy could also be the one to take the pin here, solely
Yep.
because it's going to be in Montreal. So
Oh, that's
there's
right.
two options.
It is in
here.
Montreal.
There's two options here.
shit.
Sammy takes the pin,
That's why I thought
and they
about it.
get heat from the crowd, or they just pull the wool over all of our faces and for whatever reason decide they want to see Drew McIntyre versus friggin' Sami Zayn, and he gets the win
Here,
at home.
Okay, Bree, I like that, and I'm gonna have to second that because again, you just laid it out crystal clear, so fucking perfect. Okay, you have Sami Zayn at fucking home.
At home.
Okay.
Yep.
And how Sami Zayn gets the win. Okay. I see this happening. I see Randy Orton busting a move. I see him putting hands on Trick Willie. And Sami Zayn's going to do the old okie doke. You leave, I go now. And I feel like it'll be poetic for Sami Zayn to get the pinfall on a debut in Trick Williams. Because remember, when Trick Williams debuted on SmackDown, who did he interrupt?
Sammy.
Sami Zayn. So if we're going to do this and we're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia for the
for
umpteenth
12th
time, whatever the
time.
case may be, if there was somebody, I would definitely have to give it to Sami. And I feel like regardless win, lose, or draw, you can go in any direction to charge up this Randy Orton heel turn. You can do whatever you want because he's
And
Randy
honestly,
Orton, okay?
there's already a storyline waiting for Randy if he doesn't win because they can just feed off of the Randy and Trick Williams. They could go that route.
Right.
So
Like Randy could just get out the ring and kick a child, and we'll hate him automatically. Like is that he's that good at it?
Randy
That's
is
how
that
easy it'll be.
easy. It's so easy to turn him back heel. Like yeah.
You know
I-
what? This may sound crazy.
I said
This may sound crazy.
I said he's tweening between heel face right now. He's kind of like in that gray area. You know, he's we used to say the word flirting, but what does it say? Like he's literally walking between both doors whenever he wants. You know, he can walk through the heel, he can walk through the face. He's Randy Orton, like you said. I think it makes sense. In Montreal, you know, the feel-good story would be, yes, Sami Zayn wins the match. But he doesn't win the title. He just wins the right to be the number one contender to fight Drew McIntyre in Saudi Arabia for the right to lose in front of all those people.
I mean, well, who's to say that Cody doesn't give him a good old receipt and pop back
Nah,
in and
man.
cause Drew to
Cody, I
lose?
told you, Cody's got two storylines going on right now. He's got the Rumble and he's got Roman Reigns. They're intertwined with each other right now. That's Cody's destiny right now. His story is already written. To be honest, a world title is not involving Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. He will not be involved in either title. I don't see it. I feel like WWE's trying to. They're gonna pull a trick. Seth Rollins is healing up. There's a chance that Seth Rollins comes back at WrestleMania, and if it's true, you can intertwine him with him and Braun Breaker and CM Punk. There's so many possibilities that I see this thing going. But anyway. It would be the feel good story to have Sami Zayn win in Montreal. That would be good, but like I said, it's not like him actually winning the title. So make it make sense. Yeah, have Orton win. Orton can win and give Drew a fight at the Royal Rumble. Orton losing it, what Bree says, it falls in line with where Orton is going anyway. Or like you said, he's the Viper. He's a snake. We all remember Jake the Snake Roberts back in the day. People say Jake was a face. Nah, Jake was Jake. Jake was not a face. He wasn't neither a heel. He just kind of slithered his way into whatever he wanted to do. Mastermind of manipulation. And that's what Randy Orton can do. He can do that. He's been doing it, you know? So, and he can lose at Saudi Arabia in the Royal Rumble. And like I said, it'd be a loss, but on Orton, not really. You can get the Sami Zayn storyline a different way. It's a possible way you can get Sami Zayn a storyline. And if y'all would let me indulge your minds with this possibility, if you would give me the floor for 5 minutes, not even 3 minutes. Let me indulge y'all. Let me paint.
Before you start indulging, okay? Is there anything else on this show or anything that you want to get off your proverbial nipples before Mr. Tangent goes back on one?
I'm gonna take it back to Raw real quick. Seeing Finn do his OG entrance coming out to
I
his
pop
OG
my
music,
nipples off.
it was
bound to
so
happen.
it was so refreshing. Like if
He was
there was
flirting with it.
anything else that I needed to prove that 2026 is the new 2016, it was that. Like it
Well,
it was so perfect. I loved it.
Yeah.
Now you can,
Finn,
Ali, you can
Finn,
go on your tangent. We're
he
good.
flirted with it, I think, a few months ago when he was on NXT because he did the entrance on NXT. He was kind of flirting with it then, and you notice NXT will always love Finn Balor for what he
Yeah.
There was
for
no
the
need
black
to
and
flirt with
gold.
that. That shit was over, brother.
It
No
was,
need to flirt.
yeah. And it wasn't just him. DIY did it too. Like Johnny Gargano came out to Rebel Heart. It was a throwback show, so everyone came back out
Yeah,
to
but
their
Tommaso
old stuff.
Ciampa's gone now. He going off somewhere else. He's finding greener pastures. I think that's what the story is.
Fine
But
by
again,
me.
let me see. Here's my 3 cents. And I just thought about it. We were talking about the show. We're talking about the main event. We all made some great points. And like I said, all these points have led me to this road. Because like I said, this is WrestleMania season. You're trying to write these stories. You're trying to write these narratives. We just said it with the Fatal 4 match. You could have Sami Zayn win the match. And it would be a feel-good story. But again, it's just for him to be the right to be the number one contender. You have him lose in Montreal. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating. It's like when Kofi Kingston was in the Elimination Chamber and he fought Daniel Bryan, when no one thought Kofi could do it, and he was that close. And when Bryan took it from him, and when the New Day sat with him on the steps, and he just sat there, he didn't say a word. You could say a lot with saying not a word. Picture this. Sami Zayn loses. It's heartbreaking. You know the story's written for him. We just talked about it. We talked about the Royal Rumble. What if he takes this loss? It's going to devastate him. It's going to motivate him. Why not write the story for Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble? I think it's the perfect scenario for Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble. Why? Because they just did it last year with Jey Uso. Like, they just did it. You know, you got to capitalize on something. We've been waiting. If anybody has been searching to win a world championship, you pick anybody on that roster. You can go through the list of all the wrestlers and use their credentials. You just name Finn Balor's one of them. Balor's one of them for sure. Like, Balor's a guy that you could easily write a story for him to be a champion again. You know, let him be a world champion. And it would be believable, right? You would believe that Finn Balor could be world champion or WWE champion. But Sami Zayn to lose this match on main event in Montreal, to be devastated, but to say, you know what? I have one shot. I'm going to enter this Royal Rumble. And what if you could write that story for Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble? It means he's automatically the number one contender. He can pick any belt he wants. Then you write that story for him. What belt would Sami want to go for at that point? I think the story, in a sense, kind of writes itself. What you do is you write all the other stories around it. Like you said, you got the Cody, Roman, Jacob Fatu. You got Obafemi that's going to be in the Royal Rumble. You got Brian Breaker that's going to be in the Royal Rumble. You got all these cats that's going to be in there. But I think Sami is the one. I think he's actually the one. He's the guy that you could write the story for. You just said Gunther's another one that might be in the Royal Rumble.
I don't think so. I think they're doing. I think they're gonna do that. He asked AJ to do that match at Royal Rumble.
I don't want to necessarily play Booker, but if you could write a story, legitimately write a story, and you would say this would actually make sense, it could make sense, and you could pull this off. Because Sami's been saying for months, like Randy Orton, he's been saying for months, like, yo, I need to win a world title. I need to win a belt. He's been saying it for months.
He ain't going to.
Again, this is your chance to prove it. Look, you say he ain't. Last year, Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Were y'all? I'm going to be honest with you.
There's a huge difference between Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. Huge difference.
Okay.
Huge difference.
Okay, we can say it's a huge difference. But legitimately speaking, Sami's story arc would be a hell of a lot better than Jey Uso's story arc. And again, I'm not shitting on Jey Uso's story arc, but let's if we're gonna call a spade, we can take it back to the black and gold days. If you watch and if you pay attention.
That was the last time Sami Zayn was worth watching.
My brother, I'm not about to sit here and
listen. Again, we're pro wrestling. You can take a belt. You can take a belt and put it on somebody
to get to where he got to.
Listen, you can take a belt off anybody and put it on anyone you want. It's make believe. At the end of the day, it's still make believe. So why not? Why not?
Since it's make believe, but it's just no. All I'm going to say is if Sami Zayn somehow wins this fucking Royal Rumble next Saturday, I'm turning the TV off. Like, I'm not coming back. On this podcast. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to be mad as shit. And he going to be added to the chat.
You can have everybody to be mad, but you will have to say it.
For what?
You will have to say it.
Y'all going to have him
Sami Zayn, the number one contender, 2026
What is the number one contender? What's the number one contender? He's not going to win. He's lost to Drew McIntyre 11 times.
Even better.
He's not getting that.
Even better. Everyone wants the WrestleMania happy storyline. They've already given Sami one of those. Remember?
No.
40?
Every story don't need a happy ending.
We haven't forgotten.
Every story doesn't need a happy ending.
Sami has never won the big one. He's never won it.
Never will.
Hey, You guys. Hey,
I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I think we need to do another one. So we need to wrap this. We need to wrap this
Yeah.
one up.
I'm just saying, y'all. There's a lot, and mind you, we still got a couple.
It's
weeks,
cool.
but
We got
we
more.
gonna come back. We got
Listen,
another.
we'll
We got
come back.
another
Don't
one.
worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
God, so much. Listen, I'm
we
be tuned in
spacing
this
it out.
week,
Don't
like I
fret.
said.
Just don't move. Just don't move. We'll wrap this up. We'll put a bow on this one for now, and then we'll just come right back. That's what we'll do. So Bree, where can they find you on all your stuff?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Breeberry99 period with 2 underscores.
Yes. Ali, where can they find you on all your stuff?
You can find me at Ali _ Insta 2024. Find me on my socials.
Yeah. Uncle Black 215, that's who I am. This was 2.5 Heels. We thank y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all. Listen to us on Apple Music. Not so much on Spotify, but if you listen to it on Spotify, that's cool too. But pull up on Apple Music and everywhere else that you get your podcasts at.
Anywhere but Spotify, please.
Wait, hold on. We possibly could be getting paid by them, so let's not drag them this shit. But until then, we will see you guys in the next episode. And yeah.